after being pecked by a radioactive bird somewhat mannered, T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas, a Skydude. I am here just getting my desk situated and my coffee started. Oh my goodness. So sorry I let somebody down 4 years ago. I feel just terrible about it. Live and learn, you know? Live and learn. Do. Do. And random. Yes. After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas, a Skydude. As I chuck on my phone. Yeah, that's me. Kinneas, the Skydude number 308. So 308. Actually, there's a lot more than that, but. Whew. All right. Good morning, afternoon, wherever. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be today. Pardon me. I have a little bit of brain fog. Couldn't really sleep last night, so having my coffee. So yesterday, a wonderful person showed up in the chat room and hung out for most of the live stream yesterday, and I got to show off a couple of great planes that I think would be good for people starting with either Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 or some of the options in 2024, which are a lot of fun. So for 2020, I recommended the Icon A5 as a great starter plane for 2020. And then I got to show off the Archer Midnight, which ended up finally working correctly yesterday, the Joby and the Archer. And I really do. I recommend those for anybody who's just starting out. What happened to the darn game? Where is it at? Simulator. There it is. Okay. And I don't know if Max is going to show up today or not. But I've been thinking about it. I'm like, well, I didn't really get to show off all the other cool things that you can do in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. The biggest difference between 2020 and 2024 is, of course, the career, right? Dun, 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 dun. Hey, there you are. Good. Thank you for coming in. So I've been thinking, I was thinking after I saw you last night, I've been thinking since I saw you yesterday, well, what didn't I show you? I didn't get to really walk you through anything or give a quick little tour. We were just discussing like the cool aircraft that you might want to try starting out in 2020 or 2024. But I did want to take a moment to go through some of the things you can do, show off what's available in 2024, and maybe see what you'd like to do. So I'm in career mode. This is, of course, the biggest difference in 2024 and 2020 is this has the career mode. And here's your certification tree. There's quite a lot to it. So earning all these little licenses, you pay your credits. It's not real money. We were talking about real money versus fake money. So you start doing you do your private pilot license airplane, and then you start earning a little bit of cash, and then you start doing some of these commercial pilot license airplane, and you take your exam, and once you start unlocking these, different planes become available and more missions become available. So commercial pilot license airplane, night currency airplane, instrument rating, multi-engine rating, a high performance endorsement, tail wheel endorsement. Oh, me and tail wheels don't really get along. Airline transport pilot license airplane, the jet engine rating, turboprop engine rating, scoop endorsement, scooping water and doing firefighter stuff, turboprop airport pilot rating, jet airline transport pilot rating, and as of now, this one is still locked. Microsoft hasn't unlocked this one yet. The heavy airliner rating, where you get to fly the Beluga. Over on this side, we have helicopter stuff: commercial pilot license, rotorcraft, turbine engine rating, the hook endorsement, hoist endorsement, airline transport pilot license, rotorcraft, and this one's locked down here. Powered lift rating. Okay, so you do these. You take all your tests, and if you pass them, this shows all your specializations. the different types of missions you can do that you unlock. First flight, ferry flights. You're responsible for flying aircraft from maintenance, moving customers, or delivering new aircraft. Flight seeing, you just take people around and check out landmarks, fly them around their town. Skydive aviation, you take like 30 minutes to go up into the air. Takes forever to climb. And then you drop off your skydivers, and then you have to dive bomb yourself pretty much as fast as you can back down to the runway to get a good score. Cargo transport light. Aerial advertising. Kind of fun. Charter service. They're all fun. It just depends on what you're into. Charter service private. Search and rescue. Cargo transport medium. Aerial firefighting. Medevac, which you saw me fail at terribly yesterday. Agricultural aviation. Crop dusting. Not like crop dusting. What's the line from Star Wars? It's not like dusting crops. Oh, I can't remember. My poor memory. The charter service. Passenger transport airline. Aerial fighter fighting. And cargo transport super heavy. There's unlocking that beluga. But again, I don't know that you can unlock it yet. I'll have to keep at it. And it tells you your requirements. Heavy airliner ratings are 1. Score cargo transport heavy emissions with superior rating. Like this one, I'm still trying to unlock. Actually, that one should be unlocked. I've got everything you need. Cargo transport heavy. I still need 12. Score cargo transport medium missions with an A or above. And then I'll unlock the heavy transport. So every one of these comes with a requirement to unlock it. So as you can see, I've been quite the little busy beaver, right? And I haven't even done the cool stuff yet, Max. Haven't even done this stuff yet. Creating a company. So when you create a company, you can hire more pilots and you can have them go do stuff. And then I guess you can do stuff. I don't know because I haven't done the company stuff yet. A flight scene company, skydive company, cargo transport company, crop dusting company, and aerial construction. But everybody has been saying, hey, build up lots and lots and lots of money first. Take your time and keep building up all your money, because once you come into here and start doing this stuff, you're going to go broke super fast. And if you're like me and you crash a lot, you're going to end up paying through the nose for insurance and repairs, and everything's super expensive, and you don't want to cry, especially not on a live stream. So they're saying, take it easy, relax, just have fun making lots of money first. So that's where you caught me, in the let's make lots of money first. So let me show you the world map where I'm at, and you'll see all the different types of missions that I can do now after I've unlocked all that stuff. Come back down towards United States Prime here. So where we're at, up at the top of the world, these were the only options available for me. The medevac missions you saw. There's a cargo transport medium, transport airline, cargo. So we start getting over here. Here's some flight seeing. What are these? Yeah, first flights, skydiving, helicopter. Back down to the United States. All right. And every area that you do a job in, or that they fly you to, you start unlocking more and more of the map. So I started in Colorado. Just being a bit laggy for me. Oh, I must have accidentally clicked. on something. American woman stranded near Tiburon. A search and rescue. So I started in Colorado, and you can see I went east and west, a little bit east-west, a little bit south. Man, a lot of search and rescue. We have a lot of people missing out there today. Skydiving, cargo. Here's agricultural spraying. By far, the it can be a little boring because you just kind of repeat the pattern. You're just flying over crops. But as far as making money, it can't be beat. The agricultural aviation probably pays the best for the least amount of time invested. Some of these, like this one, is 49,000, but some of these get ridiculous. Some of them, last time I looked, 80,000. Yeah, $81,000 for a crop dusting job. That explains why our food is so expensive, Max. 45,000, 49,000, 46,000. Wow, these people really must have a big field. 81,000. 49,000. Again, skydiving missions. All the purple ones. No, where's the other ones? The bright purple, the VIPs. On the VIP. Firefighting missions. So there are all kinds of missions, not just correct, yeah. As you can see, all kinds of groovy things to do. Here's some VIP missions up here. VIP taxi flight, Ironwood Charter Township, flying the de Havilland Beaver, the Beechcraft Bonanza VIP, Cirrus Vision Jet, and sometimes when you complete a specialization, it'll open up jobs on the other side of the planet for you. And obviously, I'm still missing something over here. Oh, no, it looks like I can do this one now. Let's see. Yeah, that one before, I must have unlocked something because I don't believe this one was available for me earlier. That's flying that darn plane that was giving us the cabin pressure yesterday. Cabin pressure problems. So yeah, we can open up the whole world. And if there's an area that you specifically wants to fly, okay. So right up here, I'm at the top of the world. Let's say I've been looking for a job and waiting for a job to open up, Max, that will take me over to Russia. But all these are helicopters. Not that I can't go over there, but I was hoping for an airport, not just a helipad. But let's say you really, 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 really want to go and start doing missions over here. You can transport your pilot. Right, so let's do this helipad here. It's Serenity, and you'll get an option here, fast travel. So since I'm so close, it'll only cost 1,760 credits, and I'll do a fast travel, and I'll pay it. What's 2 rand among friends? All right, so now my pilot has moved over there, but it's Russia. They don't have any jobs for me to do, so that's typical. So, but now we got one job over here. So we open up one job in the Cessna Skyhawk. I can still, now that I'm there, I can go over to here. They love their helicopter airports over here I'm either in Russia or in China. I'm really bad with geography. Fast travel to that one. It's only 240 credits. Yeah, no jobs. So that is the career mode aspect of 2024. And right at the moment when you do missions, they kind of assign you the plane. And I'm hoping with career we can kind of pick our own planes, or that they open it up to purchase planes. I bought one plane in particular, a Skyvan, a World War II. It's like an RV of aircraft, and I want to use it really badly. Pardon me a second. I am a little dry. I got to drink my coffee. Cheers. Here's to your health, well-being, and prosperity, Max. Okay, a ton of money just completing the agricultural missions. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There are some days when I'm not live streaming. It can be a little bit. I think it's exciting, but people watching sometimes may not think it's the most exciting thing to watch. You just go back and forth and spray crop, do crop dusting. But yeah, absolutely. It is a fantastic way to make money, and I'll definitely be doing more of that. All right, the world photographer stuff. All right, so you have a bunch of different categories. The world's most famous monuments, America's national parks, animals worldwide, USA's most spectacular bridges, iconic sites of Asia, shades of seasons, Europe capsule tour, nature from high above, savannah safari, geoglyphs of the world, airports of the Pacific. I need a better announcer voice. Landscapes of Europe, oil rigs of the seven seas, mankind's megastructures, general aviation and leisure aircraft. I think some of these are new. Shorelines in all their forms, notable rocks, roofs of the world, the protectors of the skies, Paris City Tour, New York City Tour, space, the skies beyond. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of these are new. Gliders soaring around the world, stunning cities of the world, the professionals, crop dusters, lighter than air, extreme airports, international airports of Europe, international airports of the United States of America, plane spotting, narrow body airliner, plane spotting, wide body airliners. Yeah, a lot of this is new. Haven't seen it before. And so it is a world photographer job. So whatever we're going to have this do. So the pyramids, the Sphinx, the sun, they send you in there and they want you to take photographs, and you get a cool camera. So there's the Sphinx, Taj Mahal, Angkor Wat, Christ the Redeemer in Brazil, the Eiffel Tower, Statue of Liberty, the Summer Palace. That looks like it's in China, Beijing. Forbidden City, I think that's in Beijing too. Chichen Itza, Maui, am I pronouncing that? Maui? I don't know. Their statues, the Easter Island heads, the Hagia Sophia, and Stonehenge. So again, as you see, each one of these has categories within the category. So there's a lot to do. And then again, they've added more. So national parks, Grand Canyon, Yosemite, Tetons, Clingman's Dome, Long Peak, Grand Prismatic Spring, Red Mountains, Cliff Palace, Crater Lake. This one's a little bit difficult, I think, the animals worldwide. I've tried some of these, but they're elusive, as animals are. And sometimes you spend a lot of time out there and you can't find them. Asian elephants, bisons, brown bear, black bear, wolf, camel, tiger, water buffalo, snow leopard, moose, elk, mule deer, cow, tall sheep, proboscis monkey, huh? They're the kind of creepy looking ones with the big nose, mustang, and llamas. Spectacular bridges, Golden Gate, Brooklyn Bridge, Mackinac, Sunshine Skyway Bridge, Royal Gorge. That's in my hometown, or in my state. The Royal Gorge, New River, Navajo Bridge, Chesapeake Bay, Bixby Creek, Astoria Megler, Arlington. So lots and lots and lots to do. And they give you kind of they'll give you an objective. Like, with the Merrow Towers in the foreground, they are shrines with multiple thatched roofs, with the lake in the background, and your plane landed on water. Reduce your speed as much as possible and let your aircraft touch down gently and land. You've got to be able to pick a different plane. You can't land on the water with that thing. So these are the conditions, the bonus conditions. And each mission, they'll give you a bonus. Like with Stonehenge, you want the sun in the background. If the sun's in the background, we'll give you bonus points. Correct. They give you a camera that you can move around, focus, do all, and snap your pics. And if you, again, put the lake in the background, the towers in the foreground, and this one, you've got to be able to change your plane. Yeah. Get yourself a float plane. You can't land on the water with that one. So yeah, photography missions. The activities. The flight training. I should have showed you some of this yesterday. Basic handling, takeoff and landing, VFR navigation, IFR navigation, helicopters. This one is low one. I didn't. It was tough for me to figure out how to set up the joystick with the controls. Not great with helicopters, but I've got it mostly worked out now. Bush pilot, flying, the gliding course. I'm afraid for Henning to see that score. He won't be happy. The F-18E maneuvers. Introduction to airliners, and that's where it bottoms out. Rally racing. Angel Wing, Garden Wall, Gob, not sure what Gob is, Grand Canyon, the Mach Loop, Malaga Air Tractor, Queenstown. So Rio de Janeiro in the F-18 Super Hornet. So yeah, racing. No, so that was the rally racing. Here's low altitude. The jets. Alps. Here's the A-10 Warthog. The Blue Ridge Mountains in the F-18. Grand Canyon. These are all the 18. Now here's the Mustang. That one I've never flown before. The Vodo Chody, the Albatross. Sidewinder, Toyobi Canyon, Yannert Glacier. So fast. Going fast. Landing challenges. People love these. Precision landing and famous and epic. They're not really coming up. And usually there's leaderboards for a lot of this stuff. So if you're into that. So in the rally racing, let me click on this one and see if they, yeah, here's the world leaderboard. So if you're into challenges and you're into competition, you want to get your name up there. Landing challenges, the Red Bull Air Racing. Coming soon. National Championship Air Races. Coming soon. Discovery flights. Now these are multi-leg flights, usually. To show off different places. So this is New Zealand, Auckland. Barcelona, Bergen, Berlin, Bora Bora, Budapest, Central Java, Cliffs of Moher, Darwin, Dublin, Copenhagen, Edinburgh, Florence. Sure, that's nice. Frankfurt, Giza, Gothenburg, Mecca, Melbourne, Mount Fuji. There's Rio again. St. Louis, lots. Venice, Zurich, yeah, lots. And I think that was the end of that. No custom content. I don't think they've got anything here yet. I don't have any custom content. All right, so that was activities. Challenge League. So more challenge stuff. Doesn't look like I've done any of this. The rally racing, low altitude, precision landing. And these are limited, I guess. Look up here. End of the week, 4 days, 11 hours, 34 minutes, 11 seconds. Complete any challenges to enter the competition. Saw the career stuff, the free flight stuff, and I didn't get to show you. Well, I kind of showed you the marketplace. And here's the current most popular items. This is something that's new that they added in, available to rent. I've never done a renting thing, and I think that might tie into the career thing. I'm not really sure the rent thing yet. I don't know. Let's see what it says. Rent. Rent from $3.99. What does that do? Choosing a rental option will give you a discount offer on purchase of the item. The offer is available up to 7 days after your rental has expired. $3.99 for a day, $6.99 for 2 days, $9.99 for 7 days. I don't know. Buys the number of Simverse coins needed to purchase this item. Simverse coins will be immediately redeemed to complete your purchase. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be doing any of that. Top rated aircraft, and then here are your filters: aircraft, airports, world, activities, customization. So like I said, if there is absolutely a plane that you want, something that you really, really want, and they're always having great sales. This one is up to 81% off still, I believe. So there are some objects out here that are very low priced. Enhanced airport graphics. I picked up the Zinnertech advanced lighting. Enhanced runway lights, enhanced taxiway signs. The Global Hawk. Maybe this is one of the ones that works with the cabin pressure, the Pilatus PC-24. People that want custom airstrips, the Barn, Wyoming 32. Top freeware. And they usually, when they do a world update, those are almost always free. This is one of the best development companies I think I've ever encountered, Max. They're always giving us free stuff. And whenever they do a patch, unlike, let's say, Electronic Arts, which would make us pay $40 for every little thing that they come out with, Asobo will do these world updates. And every world update has been free. They're an amazing company. So as much flack as they get for some of the problems that they've had with the 2024 release, they're still just one of the greatest development companies ever. Microsoft has really been super generous. Super generous. Okay. What time is it? It is 29 minutes after the hour, so a little past the smoke break point. And it gives me a moment to hang out with Max in the chat room. With these prices, you're better buying instead of renting it. You're right. Yeah. I at the moment, I don't see a reason to rent, other than maybe doing a career thing, and I want to try a plane for a certain career job. But I don't know. Haven't encountered that yet. So, now that you've had a quick look around at all the different things that you can do, I'm curious to find out what kind of things you'd be interested in doing. And let's do some of that. Me, I can do anything, any day, so it's not a big deal to me. I wish I had 2020 loaded, Max, because they have things in 2020 still that are awesome that they haven't brought over, and I don't know if they're going to bring them over. And one of my favorite things is the Dune from the movie. The Dune expansion pack gave us the Ornithopter. You know, the dragonfly-looking aircraft. Those are an absolute joy, fun thing to fly. And they give you all these challenges. Fly through canyons, and you gotta sometimes pull your wings in and fly through these little holes and at super speeds, and it's so neat. They've got the Top Gun activities over on 2020. No weapons, of course, but you get to do a lot of the, you know, all the Top Gun challenges. And I hope they bring that darn Ornithopter over. I really want it. So yeah, I'm curious. What are some of the things that you've seen in here that interest you? Cheers. Here's to your health, well-being, and prosperity. I see right there. You like the rally racing. I see it right there. Hey, there's Bruno. Hey, Bruno. Hey. So you like the idea of the rally racing? Okay. You can't decide, right? Because there's so much to do. Let's see here. Am awful at this. I'll do it. Absolutely. Let's go back and let me go to activities. The rally race. Let's just start at the top, shall we then? Oh, but here's the F-18 Super Hornet. Let's do Rio. All right, so there's our course. Not that I'm going to be able to keep the route in my head as we're flying it. I'm just going to have to follow the prompts and stick low to the ground. Hang on to your hat. This goes usually pretty quick. Oh, you know what I should do is turn down the graphics so it goes even faster. Kicking my afterburner. Go through this gate. Whoa. Uh-oh. There's Ghost. He's who you're chasing. He's who you want to beat. And it's awful hard to beat the Ghost. But after you do these for a while, you can start figuring out areas where you might be able to build up a little bit of whoa. Not good. Where's the next gate? Oh. I don't know what's going on. I tip over and I lose rudder authority on that turn. I keep burying my wing. It says I missed a gate, and it says I did something else. Are my gear down? No. Where's the gate? Oh, I can't see it. I'm off course. See, when I tip over to the right, now I can't bring it back to the left. So I've got something wrong with the controller. I can roll left, but then when I roll right, oh, that one's all right. Whoa. I missed the gate. And it's, I don't know if it's an overspeed there, I'm not sure. And I don't know where to go from here. I missed something. The next gate is this way. Oh, yeah. So, like, turning over to the right here, I've lost authority. I may be stalling the plane out. I'll have to play with that. Figure it out. Gate missed. You crashed. I could be putting myself in a stall position where... Check my... Oh. Maybe my thrusters weren't... Not real sure. Where's the gate? Yeah. So yeah, I get in this position here, and then I lose all lift. Yeah, not the best. So what is up? What am I doing wrong with this aircraft? Well, I'm doing something wrong. Oh, as I was saying, let me go into settings. You can make this thing go even faster. So right now I've got everything set to highs and ultras. Yeah, it's definitely hard. You like the rally cars? I would like to one of these days pick up one of these new driving simulators. Everything's getting so darn good. Right, I don't need trees on high. I don't need the plants on high. I don't need rocks on high. Oops. Turning them to ultras instead of lows. I don't need the buildings on ultra. Rocks, grass. I don't need everything to be super sharp at all. I'll just leave alone. Windshield effects, reflections. Don't need it. Don't need the light shafts. Don't need motion blur. Road traffic, sea traffic, and fauna. So there's a lot of things you can do. as you see, to come in here and try to reduce the load and try to give yourself even faster FPS and something like this. And Ghost takes the lead. Up, beast, up. Starting out too high. I wonder if that's yesterday. I wonder if that's a wing thing. Like if I like if you can go faster if you tuck your wing. Put myself in the cockpit. One moment. How do I tuck my wing? And why is this transparent? Now I forget where to tuck my wing. Yeah, I mean, because this thing's meant for high performance turning, but obviously it should be tucking it on its own. And it shouldn't be crashing doing a turn like that. That should be there should be no problem doing anything like that. Yeah, it's being silly. Let's try a different aircraft. The Vodo Chody. Hey, somebody named Bruno is at the top of this one. Art Pilot Rex. These guys have insane scores. They're madmen. I'm sure you do much better than me. I don't have the reflexes of a cat. Whoa. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Wow. Oh, there's Ghost. We had him for just a moment. Barely. Yeah, got it. What a climb. Roll, baby, roll. Where are you at? Where are you at? There you are. Roll, baby, roll. A little easier to control. She's a little slow on the rolls, but fun. Of course you can. Absolutely. And the more you, like with the Top Gun challenges, the first couple of times I did them, you know, I don't know the course, right? And I don't know, the first time through, I'm not doing everything I can to give myself speed advantages. For example, coming over that, when we did that climb, coming over that climb and going over that ridge. In dogfighting, or, you know, to go faster, you kind of want to go inverted and then dive. So once you do the course enough and you start getting the course down, then you can start applying, you know, different things you can do to gain more speed. Again, like if we were to keep doing that one this afternoon, just over and over again. So yeah, right off that, coming over that ridge, immediately go inverted, drop down the nose, and now I know how far I can drop down the nose. That first time I didn't know where I'm going, but the more you do it, the faster you'll get, and you'll be on the leaderboard in no time. We got a Maverick up there. I did 203, so I'm not too far behind them. 203, 747. No, I'm 245. Oh, 245, and they're 203. Yeah, you get it. I really wonder why this beast was acting so horrible, though. Just on the silliest of turns, she was blowing apart. Nice weather out here today. Cumulus clouds everywhere and pockets of light rain. Hey, Rent-A-Cow, how are you? We're having some pretty nice weather. It's actually pretty cool in Colorado today. Rent-A-Cow, meet Max. Max, meet Rent-A-Cow. In 2020, he's my fishing, going to the lake partner. I should load 2020 up just so we can hang out again. I don't know if Rent-A-Cow is going to get 2024 or not. But when I was doing all my lake tours in Colorado this last year, Rent-A-Cow would hang out with me. And then I had the cool camp out utility. They haven't put that back into 24 yet. But you can break out a campsite, your pets, tents. For Halloween, you can break out monsters. There's so many cool things to it. And they said they're working on one for 2024. Our weather here today is lightly cloudy, partly cloudy, but it's nice and cool. And so Rent-A-Cow would hang out with me. We'd go to places like this over here. I know we did this one. We hung out there, and we went to Twin Lakes and Buena Vista. We did a couple of them. Now they're not popping up right off the bat. You'll get 2024 later this summer. You're still waiting on some more updates. Call me picky. I'm not going to call you picky at all. I think you actually made the right decision. Me, I wanted to continue the career stuff. I wanted to do the career stuff right away. So, but I think you know, there was no hurry. You made the right decision. There's still no hurry. All right, Max, some cool other things you can do. Live airport traffic. Let me find Denver or Colorado Springs, whatever. So when you click on an airport or have an airport selected, usually it will bring up, I may have it turned off, air traffic, but you can do a job. So if there's a current flight going on out here, you turn on the AI traffic, airline traffic. Real-time online, air traffic and career. Okay. Live airport traffic. Give it a minute to update. But normally you can pick a job. Like if there's a job flying out of here to Kansas, it'll show up here in the live airport traffic. You can fly that mission. You can fly whatever jobs are real world jobs currently flying. That makes sense. Go check Denver. There's Denver. Not you. Okay, Denver, live airport traffic. Okay, so here's all the departure and arrivals. And you should be able to click on one of these and do it. No? You can in 2020. There's got to be a way to. I just don't ever do this. But you can absolutely do it in 2020. You can pick a current job. Okay, so let's see. Click on that guy. Create a flight plan. What's he doing? Okay, so he's going from Denver to Eagle County Regional. That guy right there. And then you can send that to your avionics and fly that flight. What about this guy taking off here? Great flight plan. He's going to Ontario. That's not Ontario. He's going someplace named Ontario, but not Canada. Dang, that's a long flight. Ontario International. So much to do in here. That's cool. They added plane spotting. They added plane spotting as an activity in the World Photographer. And I know there's some people out there exactly like NC Plane Spotting. He comes in every now and then. So they've added some plane spotting where you just sit there, I'm guessing, and just look at the planes and take pictures of them. Plane spotting, narrow body airliner. Spotting the Boeing 737. First 737 flew in 1967, and through several generations and iterations, it is still in service and remains the best-selling commercial liner in history. It is said every 5 seconds, 737 either takes off or lands somewhere in the world. Spotting the Boeing 737, the Airbus A320, Embraer 170. Photograph a B737 from live traffic in flight, in close-up, while on foot and taking off. That's interesting. Where does it spawn you? How do you start it? Was it just picking an airport? I guess so. In close up, while on foot, on the ground, and we want to capture a 737 taking off. I'm surprised at how many people just love to do plane spotting. I mean, in the real world, and I guess in here, but there's so many streams and videos of people that just love sitting at the airport, sitting at airports watching aircraft. They could be CIA. What do I know? We're not going to catch and shoot anything up here in the sky. I should have spawned us on the ground. They can't even articulate why 2024 couldn't have just been a big update to 2020. I agree with you. Also, 2025 to me is just much cooler than 2024. So if we were sitting in there around that table that day, that they're like, look, we're going to really sit in 2024. One, I would have said, look, that's too fast. You know it's too fast. I know it's too fast. They're all going to feel it's too fast. And 2025 is just much cooler on a marketing level than 2024. Right? Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2025. Yeah. It's just way more cool. It's got way more cool value. So, yeah, they kind of really, I don't know who over at Microsoft made those decisions, but it was pretty bad. Let's see if I can actually spawn. Blue Skies in Atlanta. Oh, this is airports. Sorry. Try this again. Spotting the Boeing. Pick a runway. We're in Spain. Zoom down. Let's put us. Don't they give us spots to spawn from? I don't want to spot. I guess they would want you to land then. They're putting you in a Super Hornet. Let's see. But I don't get the option to spawn on the ground. So I guess that's what they want you to do. And this side of the world is dark. So let's be more practical. Yeah, they won't let you spawn on the ground. Fine. I wanted to at least show Max the camera. You're absolutely right. They made a big mistake. The right move would have been to call it an early access beta of Flight Sim. There you go, of 2030. Keep the feature set limited, then very publicly build out the SDK. You're absolutely right. All right, so we don't have to take off. Can I use my slew? Easy there. Slow down. Cool, they'll let me use slew. Is it Shift V? There we go. Here's our camera. Shift H, reset horizon, focus increase. That's this key. Focus increase. Focus decrease. I don't know what the keys are for these. I'd have to go check it out in the controls. In close up while on foot and taking off. Whatever. I'm really actually bad. I couldn't tell you. That's an A320, I know. Just because it says Neo on it, that's the only reason why I know. These get saved somewhere in your photo book. These are all A320s. And I'm stuck. Can't go forward. But basically, this is how it would be in any of the other missions as well. Like looking for animals. Get down to the ground, down to Stonehenge. Excuse me. And then every few months drop a new feature and everyone will clap and give them kudos and actually until actual year 2030. And then they can put the release stamp on it. Let's hope they learn something from all this, and let's hope as we go forward, yeah, they don't do it again in 2028. We'll be back at the table going, but 2030 is much cooler. Can't you just wait a little bit longer? 2 more years? Or is that must you do it right now? There's no market value in 2028, just like there's no market value in 2024. 2030. Should have picked the Airbus mission. Wait. Hey, lady, I'm trying to take your picture. AF and AE. I don't know what these are. AF, AE. All right, let me grab my coffee here. So what have you been doing, Rent-A-Cow? What are you flying at all? Have you been doing missions? Are you flying, or are you doing that other cool car game? You've got to be doing something. I haven't checked your page in a while, and I don't know if I've seen you pop up anything on your page, but I haven't checked. I'm subscribed. No, it says you did Dying in Arma Reforger, be like 1 month ago. You're doing Arma. That game looks so... Some of the videos that I've seen coming out of there, they look like they're real. I have been faked out by Arma. I've seen some stuff on social media, and I'm like, that's insane. And people are posting underneath, that's Arma, stupid. That's not real. Holy moly. Failed mission Arma Reforger. Grand Theft Arma. Clearing the entire do. Man, that looks awesome. Yeah, I haven't seen... There's no flight stuff new. 7 months ago. Give me just a moment here. Do. No. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, he got you, Pa. He got you. Smoking. That's a great idea. Smoke if you got him. That's cool, man. You got a cool team. Watch out for the tree. Oh, you're bleeding out, Rent-A-Cow. Run away! Run away! Can't they pick you up and help you? Oh, you got hit all over the place. Was that your body there? They're showing all the different wounds you have? So he said somebody grabbed this dude. There was a moment there where it showed the full body. Is that showing where you've been hit or points? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got hit in the face? Or are those just points that you can get hit? Or is that where you got hit? You got both kneecaps shot out? No wonder you're crawling. Oh, hitting the groin. Oh, that's just painful. Just kill me now. Phew. Taking a quick moment to look at some content on Rent-A-Cow's channel. Rent-A-Cow, you're probably going to get a pop-up notification in your YouTube studio saying that I use your content in my live stream, and would you like to file a copyright report against me? Of course, I'd ask you not to. Cool, you can't grab him. Ah, you're wrapping your... Oh. Wow, you can help people out. There goes my hero. Corman! Where's that? What do they hit you with? Don't they usually hit you with the stimulant, like the opium? Oh, that looks crazy. I haven't played tactical combat games in a long, long time. I used to play America's Army and what was it called? Operation Flashpoint. That's old. Get to the chopper. CPR. Wow, so he is a corpsman. Blood pressure. I am the medic. No, that's pretty cool. I like it. Oh, very fun. There's full realistic medical simulation for treating wounded, yeah. You got hit everywhere. A bunch of people got hit, so nobody could carry me at first. So those dots that were appearing on that full body thing, were those places that you were hit, or those... Was that showing where you were hit? Hello, Henny. Glad you weren't here earlier to see the score that I got from my gliding. I'll show it to you anyway, and I'll end up making you sad. But I wanted to show Max what Simulator 2024 has to offer. I'll probably end up loading 2020 back, because there are certain things that they haven't brought over, and I don't know if they're going to bring them over. And I really miss flying that ornithopter from Dune. Well, come on, aren't you a training mission or not? What's up with this? Look around the plane. Learn about camera and cursor interaction. Yeah. Open the camera panel on the toolbar. That's up here, camera panel. Learn about camera cursor interactions. Got it. Close panels. Switch to cockpit view, pressing end or using the camera panel. Cursor, point the yoke and hide it by pressing it. So the training is pretty good. Some of it can be really frustrating. Sometimes a little bit buggy, but pretty good training. And then again, there's YouTube. If you don't understand something in one of the training lessons, or you don't really get it, you're going to find somebody out there who's done a training video on it. Or you could ask somebody. I'm here. Let me show Henning my crap gliding score and have him be sad. The gliding course, 21%. Gliding in 2020 is 100% better gliding than 2020 version, in my opinion, says Henning. Where did I fail badly? Basic handling. I didn't finish it, that's why. Oh, I think I was crapping out. I was trying to do my winch. I think that was the last time I talked to you about it. I'm like, I'm failing on the winch launch training. Be practicing low altitude tow cable brake procedure in this tutorial. So I haven't completed the gliding stuff. Line with the runway, lift off. So that's why my score is so bad. But yeah, I think as I was going through this, I told you I'm having a tough time with the winch. I'm not getting it to break away right, or I'm pulling up too fast. Get the glider off the ground safely, keep the wings level. Then you rotate your stick back and forth to let them know that you're ready. That darn beeping. Yeah, normally you twist your joystick back and forth to let them know you're ready. Okay, signal winch operator, you're ready to go by moving your rudder left and right. Okay. Perform a safe launch. I still can't believe the power of the winch. Now, how do you detach the cable? X. Land on runway 22. So I don't know what I was doing wrong when I was doing it last time, but I was going up and it was slamming me into the ground. I couldn't release it on time, or... And I don't remember how anything works in here. If you don't use it, you lose it. I remember one of these is ballast. I don't think you have to dump it, though. I don't think it matters. So the noises, Max, are like if you're catching a thermal. So when it's just kind of humming like that, I don't believe we were catching any wind. The higher the beeping, I believe that is, you know, the more wind you're catching, so you can try to climb. Henning recently has been practicing that. He's been doing thermal training, trying to find the air to stay up higher. And so far, Henning, the last I heard, he said he's been able to stay up 2 hours riding thermals. Pretty pathetic. That could also be related to speed. Don't quote me on glider training. Henning's the expert. And I don't know if the grass is the runway or the concrete. Concrete, I can't tell if it's just taxiways. And I don't know if I have my wheels down. Yeah, I probably didn't have my wheels down. Oh, hilarious. If you too high, speed breakout. Yeah, I was just messing around there. Not being serious at all. How are y'all doing tonight? You can play on my dedicated server. You mean the Arma? I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out. It looks great. Energy management opens up a new door in aviation. Yeah. What are you noticing? I need to pull harder on this. Yeah. We'll do some serious training again. That was just messing around. I think I need to go through the procedure with you on Friday if you're free. I can try to make myself free. Friday is the Microsoft Flight Simulator Community Fly-In at noon. But what are you doing this weekend? Are you flying this weekend? You're let me get caught up in the chat. There's a full realistic medical simulation for treating wounds. Yep, those were the wounded areas. Okay, so that answers that. Oh, you got hit wicked. That was horrible. Renicow enjoys gliding in 2020. Flying with an engine is just boring after that. Cool. You guys should get along just fine. Henning here he's doing it in real life. He's learning gliding. He's almost done. He's almost a pilot. He does it for real. He's brave. Now I'm doing aerobatics. Better to practice using terrain, ridge lift, and mountain waves. Mountain waves. We've got them here. In the north where you live, you can't get waves because there's no mountains. Right. He's in Germany. No plans yet. If you're still sick, you'll stay home. But if you're okay, you're going to go flying. Okay. "22 minutes after the hour." So, oops. So, Max came in yesterday, and I hope Max is still around. I hope you haven't gone quiet because the others in the room. But Max hung out with me all day yesterday, and I got to show him a couple what I think are the good entry-level planes, the Icon A5 and Archer Midnight. Something somebody can just get into, and enjoy the simulator, either 2020 or 2024, whatever. But somebody who wants to do this can just pop into and get something out of it and do some flying. Learning to glide with the terrain is more visual than trusting the game to spawn thermals in likely areas. To be honest, the weather this year is really bad for thermals, so I think I won't be able to get my license this year. Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Come on, Germany, have some good weather for hitting. Yeah, I remember we were doing that in Arizona. We were going into the settings and we were setting up custom weather so that it was creating max thermals. Even then, I'm awful. So that's all I had really planned to do today, and I have done it. I showed Max all the different things that I think that you can do in the simulator. And other than that, I didn't really have any plans. And it's already been an hour and a half. $53,000 for spraying job. The fields I think that suck the most are the circular fields. I mean, if it's a rectangular field, it's not so bad. But when you get these circle fields, you don't know where to start. It's difficult. Anyway, I have pretty much discovered that these aerial spraying jobs are the fastest way to make money in the career mode, least amount of time. And you kind of feel like you're a dive bomber. You're trying to go so fast to get the job done fast. You're just whipping around constantly like you're a dogfighter. You got to go to sleep now. You got physics exam tomorrow. All right. Good seeing you, and I hope maybe we can work something out Friday. If not, we'll work something out soon. I'd like to spend a good afternoon with you for sure. Going over everything again. Get caught up. So you take care. Have a great night. Get your meds and ace that physics test for us all, will you? I love how detailed all the modeling is. I mean, this stuff actually functions. It's pretty amazing. Do I know why they are a circle? I would think that it has to do with the watering system. You know, they have those giant poles that they water and they pivot, they spin. And so it's easier to have the thing spin in a circle than do a rectangular movement. That's my best guess on that, Renicow. Is that, what's the answer there? That's usually what I think it is. They have those long sprayer tubes that they put out over the fields with the wheels on them. And it looks like they've got a central pivot point. And that's what it's doing, is the watering unit is rotating around the central pivot point. Crop dusting circular fields. Think about it. So you don't got to crop dust and other things too. I don't understand. Yeah, the watering system delivers water, and whenever it, whatever is dissolved in the water, right? Any liquid fertilizers or something like that. Aircraft entered runway. There's not even a runway here. It's just a field. The cool thing about this is it will show you the route that you've flown. So once we get to the field and I do a first pass and spray, you'll see that it shows what I've sprayed, and it shows me the density of it. It's pretty neat. Controlled release the braking and a runway 31. I lost it. Center on aircraft. Is the field behind us? Yeah, it's not real clear where the damn runway is at in this place. They're like, enter runway 31. I'm assuming that strip to the right and left is it. Okay. What did Han Solo tell Luke? Something like, going into hyperspace ain't like dust and crops, boy. Something like that. Engine over torque. The field is 2 miles behind us. So yeah, let me take you over to the field, and then when we're over it, you'll see what I mean as I go into the spray. Let me double check that I got the spray button set. Yeah. But it's amazing how much money you can make with these. This one's 50 some odd thousand credits. But one we were looking at earlier, 80,000 credits. You could do a 6, 7, 8 hour airliner flight and you're not going to make that much money. Oh, the ground, you're saying the ground looks bad. I was showing Max the rally racing, and to increase the FPS to make the rally racing more exciting, I came in here and I turned everything to low. So let's do the grass at least, turn the grass up high. And I turned the object level of detail way down, and I had the, where's the terrain level of detail down, and the fauna down, and my anisotropic filtering is at 8, and And my texture resolution, which would require a reboot, it's at high. So that might improve it a little bit. All right, so there's our field, and great. It's a rectangle. So what they want you to do is they want you have to be like, well, they'll tell you when we get there, but like 30 feet off the ground, something like that, and you need to maintain a speed of like 110 knots. What? Turn the spray on and off by pressing Z. Got it. All right. So let's come down to this end. Start zooming in. It's kind of hard to keep track of, well, there's our speed. Keep your eye on that monitor end, your speed, and this can be pretty darn challenging. Oops. Anyway, let me do a dive bomb and just do a little test spray on this edge here. We're going way too fast. So they want you to maintain a speed of 100 knots. Center that up. All right, so you can see sorry. So here's the field, and when I was flying down over it, I opened the sprayer, so you can see it shows you what you've sprayed. And I was up a little too high, so I think it's all supposed to be in green if it's ideal. And then again, they want you to maintain 110 knots, so you put the proper amounts down. Let me put this over here in the corner. Oh, my spray's still going. I'm surprised she hasn't commented. Normally that you get the operator and she's always on your ass telling you, no, that sucked. You're wasting fluid. Oh, I know why. I have all the voices turned off. Now I can't see my speed. Yikes, yikes. Let me pause and take a look at that one. So that was pretty good spray. It's in green, so I was laying down the right amount. And yeah. And so that's crop dusting. So yeah, I mean, it probably won't take me 30 minutes, maybe 30 minutes to do this field. And again, the money's great. 50. I'm not going to complete this. I'm just showing yet. But a great way to make money. Oh no. You forgot that you had food on the stove. Oh no. It's awful. What did you burn? I gotta know now. What was it? What were you cooking? I try to be a good cook. It's my wife. She's much, much better. Excuse me. So if you gentlemen will forgive me, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this live stream up. I didn't want to go too long today, but we're almost at 2 hours. Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm surprised she didn't crash. Idiot. So I'll pick it up here tomorrow, Max. If there's anything you want to see, we can do some training stuff. We can do anything you want. One of the things that we didn't get to really do, what I normally do, is turn on that Bushtalk Radio. I've got it reinstalled and it's working just fine again. And if I'm not doing career missions, or even if I am, I have this fantastic app. I think I showed it to you yesterday. Yeah, so where are you from? If you don't mind me asking, where are you from, Max? So for my area, you gotta go down an area, you gotta go down into the area you want to fly and start it, and then you activate it in the EFB, and it'll synchronize with this web app out here. And then also, and now I've loaded a thing which will put the point of interest inside the simulator, which will make things easier to find for me. Which is really nice, which is a really nice feature of it. But I like doing audio tours. I like learning about things as I'm flying around. Turn this on. Okay, I got my little green flashing light down there. And it'll pull up all the nearest point of interests to see. Maybe. Okay, so here's all the cool point of interests. Here's where I flew you yesterday, the Garden of the Gods. But now that we're spawned in, I can zoom in, it'll show us where we are in the world. And we're here. And so as I'm flying around doing career stuff or not, so I'm asking where you're at, because we can pull up all the cool audio tours in your area, all the sightseeing stuff. And so as you fly nearby these points, you get your audio tours.
Air Force base that shares an airfield with the adjacent Colorado Springs Municipal Airport, home to the North American Aerospace Defense Command, the Space Force's 21st Space Wing, elements of the Space Force's Space and Missile Systems Center, and United States Northern Command Headquarters. Developed as a World War II air support base for Camp Carson, the facility conducted Army Air Forces training and supported Cold War air defense centers at the nearby Ent Air Force Base, Chidlaw Building, and Cheyenne Mountain Complex. The base was the location of the Air Force Space Command headquarters from 1987 to December 20, 2019, and has had NORAD/NORTHCOM Command Center operations since the 2006 Cheyenne Mountain realignment placed the nearby Cheyenne Mountain Complex centers on standby. With the recent creation of the U.S. Space Force, Peterson AFB, and other Air Force installations that do primarily space work, are planned to be renamed to Space Force bases, effective
India.
Peterson Space Force Base.
Oh, you're kidding. I swore. Wow. I can't believe you're in Uzbekistan. I would have never guessed. I would have thought, with the way you're typing and your English for sure, that you were in the United States or European. Wow, Uzbekistan. The reason why I asked is to do a flight around your area and get a chance to look at all the cool tour spots in your area, your neck of the planet, Uzbekistan. So, got this place. Here's Fergana. My geography sucks, so I couldn't tell you how far to zoom out and what's the... But let me start here then. Let me spawn in here at Fergana. And then I can pull up the map. I'll have a hard time understanding the language. I don't doubt that one bit. Encoding overloaded. Well, that's new. All right, so now I'm over here. Okay. So there's, again, we're at Fargona. So are you north, south, east, west of here? Margilon. Chris. Is he? Hostki. Oh yeah, some of these names I'm not going to get right at all. But look, you've got a Boston. There are not a lot of audio tours out here. The community can create audio tours. So let's say you're into this and you wanted to, create points of interest audio tours. You can generate them using Wikipedia. All you have to do is come down here and click this, and you can create your own points of interest for audio tours. But yeah, it doesn't look a lot of people have created point of interests around here. The nearest one I see is way over here. Suleiman Mountain.
The Suleiman Mountain is the only World Heritage Site located entirely in the country of Kyrgyzstan. It is located in the city of Osh and was once a major place of Muslim and pre-Muslim pilgrimage. The rock rises abruptly from the surrounding plains of the Fergana Valley and is a popular place among locals and visitors, with a splendid view. Women who ascend to the shrine on top and crawl through an opening across the holy rock will, according to legend, give birth to healthy children. The trees and bushes on the mountain are draped with numerous prayer flags, small pieces of cloth that are...
look at those mountains. So yeah, I'd be happy to do some flying around here. Your house is probably here. We can probably find it. On Bing Maps, if we go to Bing Maps and we get the coordinates, I can go right to your house. What is going on, Chris? Please forgive me. I better end this live stream. Christina keeps calling, so obviously she wants to talk about something. So I better say goodbye right here. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, I'm streaming.
Okay, well, you said I'm on my way. That's why I was like, I have no idea what the hell's happening. So
really, it put a message? I just said I can't.
No, you said I'm on my way. All right, I'll let you go. I'll call when I leave.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. All right, folks. Max, Rent-A-Cow, and Heading in Spirit. I will see you folks tomorrow. Uzbekistan is just starting to get noticed as a tourist destination, so I can understand the lack of audio tours. In Tashkent. All right, I'll look up Tashkent in Bing and we'll go there tomorrow. Cheers and best, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow.